Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, we take a look at Futurama. I'm RJ.
And I spy with my little eye something green. But you can't see it. Yet.
Yeah, until the end. Let's get to it.
Ow. Welcome to Wednesday the 25th of January. We're doing Futurama.
That's right. 1999 to 2003 was the original run. The last couple of years they did a couple more seasons. Season 5 I just picked up at Best Buy, which is the latest season that they've released. So
yeah.
I think they've at least done 6. I think they've done at least 2 more, right?
I believe so.
I don't know if they've done 3.
Yeah,
they had a bunch of movies
funny.
in between.
Right. Yeah,
so,
basically what happened was Futurama had a great run, but then for some stupid, silly reason was canceled. Then they came out with some movies like Bender's Game, which is obviously a takeoff of Bender's Game, and then they brought it back because people were so infuriated that they were tearing down buildings and creating apocalypses and stuff. Basically,
what happens is, after the success of The Simpsons, they were invited to do something else, and it was Matt Groening and David X. Cohen, and so they came up with Futurama, and I think that people were expecting maybe something more in the vein of Simpsons. Futurama is definitely a departure. It's way more pop culture and way more silly and a little bit more adult even at sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that the reception was kind of mixed, and so they lost funding and unfortunately got pulled. Since then, it's become a big cult classic. Everybody loves the friggin' thing.
Absolutely.
It is awesome. And so now, with Family Guy coming back and especially, what's his name, that dude, MacFarlane, Seth.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane, yeah.
He's done Cleveland Show and American Dad and whatever. So all these have been very successful. So of course, why not bring them back?
Yep.
So it originated on Fox though, and really solid, fun show. It just crams so much fun into there. It just riffs on everything. Anything that comes up, they just riff on. And it centers on Philip J. Fry, which is a guy who's been frozen.
Right, cryogenically frozen. He's from our time. He's cryogenically frozen and wakes up in the future.
He's definitely a kind of a bum. He's just a pizza delivery guy. He gets tricked into, delivering something to Frosty Wiener or something like that. And it's the cryogenic lab, and he stumbles in. It's the New Year's, and so you see 1,000 years outside the window go by, and then he gets unfrozen, and he's just in the strange new world where they implant him with a job chip, and he's like, "Oh no, what job do I get?" And they're like, "You are a space delivery boy." He's like, "Woohoo!" It's like something totally different than pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway, it's much funnier than we can remember it.
We're not comedic geniuses here.
Billy West.
We're comedic geniuses.
Billy West does the voice for Philip J. Fry and for Professor Farnsworth, and for Hubert, and for actually several others in there. But there's also Phil Lamar from the Mad Show, Mad TV, that does Hermes and a bunch of other voices as well.
Yeah, you don't like Hermes, but I do.
I don't like the character. No,
he's a limbo champion.
Who cares? And let's see. And then there's Zoidberg. I think is Billy West. I'm not sure though. John DiMaggio does Bender. It's Bender Bending Rodriguez, which is kind of fun. There's Taranga Leela.
Is that his name?
Yeah, which is the one-eyed ponytail gal.
Played by the chick from Married with Children, the Peggy Bundy.
Great voice for that as well.
What's her name? Do you know her name offhand? Her real name?
The actor name? No, but I can look it up. So what else do you want to say about it?
What I liked about this was, first of all, because it's set in the future and because it's meant to be silly.
Katie Sagal.
Katie Sagal, thank you.
I wouldn't have known that.
Neither would I. What was I saying? They kind of get a license to be as silly as they want because anything could happen in the future. So they can have tubes that transport you going everywhere. They have suicide booths.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the first. That's actually how Fry meets Bender. Yeah. Bender's going into the suicide booth. It doesn't work, and he's like, "Oh, I just wasted $1. Now I'm not dead." Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and they do an international delivery service. So it's kind of like space UPS, but it's a small delivery service.
Interstellar.
Yeah,
Interstellar
and
delivery service.
there's just so many things. Like, you know, they've learned that you can smell things before you can see them, and so they have microscopes that are smelloscopes or whatever.
Yeah,
or at least Farnsworth
was it
does.
smelloscope?
Yeah, smelloscope. And they just have all these crazy alien species, and you know, they riff off of Star Trek, and they riff off of everything. You know, Back to the Future. They riff off of I don't know. Like, there's one episode that's really great. That's almost moving, where Fry has had a dog, and the dog was like fossilized for like 1,000 years.
Seriously, every time I watch that episode, just with the dog kind of waiting for him.
Is it always dogs? Because it's Fox and the Hound.
Yeah, possibly. But you know, the dog's sitting there waiting for Fry to come back for years. He's just sitting there, and you see the seasons, and it just makes me want to cry because
they do this awesome
not cry, but manly tear up.
Yeah, they do this montage to a song like "Waiting for You" or I don't remember. What
Oh, that gets me every time.
Anyway, he's fossilized, and they find him later, and he's got like a gooey nougat center, as Farnsworth says, that he can clone from, and so they're debating whether they should clone him or not, or you know, if he had a full long life.
Right, and then you have Bender getting jealous, you know,
because he's kind of his best friend at this point.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a really, really fun show, and if you haven't checked it out, I don't know who you are. I don't even know if I want to know you. Honestly, go check out this show. It's awesome. It's worth every penny if you want to buy the seasons. Honestly, you'll watch them. I find myself. Like, I'm a really big Simpsons fan, and I'm really happy to see that the writing, I think, has gotten a little bit better, and I will watch those over and over again. Futurama, I will watch even more times than Simpsons, because I think there's even more stuff that you missed the first time.
Yeah, there's so many other, like, subtle jokes that are in there.
I can have it in the background while I'm working, and like, oh yeah, I remember that joke, and laugh for, 5 minutes while I'm doing something. I don't even have to really watching it.
Laugh for 5 minutes.
I just hear some sound bite or some, punchline or setup or something. It's just amazing.
One of my favorite episodes is that the idea has been done before, obviously, but Bender in space, and he's got the civilizations growing on him, and then they battle over him,
like a Twilight Zone episode or something. It showed up in Simpsons, same kind of thing. But that's all. He becomes God to these people that are living on his chest while he's floating through space, and just phenomenal show. Great writing, great characters, a lot of fun. It's not, like I say, it's only at least 6 seasons. First 4 were released a long time ago, and then there's a couple movies in between. The movies are maybe an hour each.
Yeah, they're essentially overgrown episodes, but they're still really good.
Yeah, they're not as good, I don't think, as the series. I think that the weekly schedule is kind of, maybe that forces them to be a little funny. I don't know. Anyway, it's a magic show. It's a really great show to watch, and we just can't do a review show and not talk about some of our favorite stuff. So even if you've seen it, it's go rewatch it again.
Absolutely,
just do it.
In fact, I don't know why I don't own any of the DVD sets.
Bad man.
Because I'm poor. That'll change.
Good reason. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's all we need to say.
Yeah, we love it.
Thank you for watching us. Support us any way you can. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Thank you so much.
And I would like to just end on the one note that if you don't cry when the dog, is being left there in front of you, are a heartless son of a bitch. You know that? You have to cry because
I didn't cry.
Tear up, manly tear up.
I didn't cry, but it was kind of sweet.
It was so moving. I was like, no, the poor dog.
See you later.
Bye.
Yes, dude,
on fire.
I'm gonna do my other hand.
Yes, start using your right hand. In fact, why don't you leave that here?
Because I'm not a puss. I've been killing it for a long time. You're due. Coming up, the Black Lagoon anime. Okay, right?
Yeah, I figured out my I am joke, but I just need to figure out what it is. I spy with my little eye something. I don't know.
Green, but you can't see it.
Okay, I did something green, but you can't see it.
I've been killing it for a long time. You're due. And then you do things like that. It's the cool way.
Dude, I am so awesome. You don't even know. I am much awesome.
Do it again then.
Oh, that time I got it.
Kind of, but there's no way to shoot it after that.
Well, I still have to cock it. Shot myself in the face.
We'll end on that.